Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. I'm locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, I'm all yours. Locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, your will, your will. Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. Have a collision with purpose, 'cause you know that you're worth it, and your dream is worth capturing. If I'm not living on purpose, then none of it is worth it. My assignment is uplifting souls for the King, souls for the King, souls for the King.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to In the Spotlight. This is the home of unfiltered conversations where real talk is what we do, and I am none other than Dr. Donna Thompson.
And I'm Dr. Laxley Stephenson, and together we are your moderators.
Yes,
Yes, we are. Right, Donna? How you doing?
I am great. Thank you for asking. And how are you doing this Monday evening?
You know, life is good. Life is good. Another Monday. We are here. We're celebrating life. And, you know, what else can we ask for?
I'm telling you, that's, the greatest gift is that we're here.
Life. What a beautiful thing. You know, when you're here, all things are possible, right?
Absolutely.
When you're not, who knows what's happening? You're gone. Yeah, you move on to something else, whatever that something is. You know, all this things left behind is none of our business, right?
Zero.
That's why we gotta just do what we gotta do while we're here, and that's why we're on this platform, having conversations that makes a difference, that's impactful, that change lives, right? You know, and before we do anything else tonight, is our school safe?
You know what? It's interesting that you're asking that question, because I don't know if you heard, but I don't know, because we had another school shooting today, another incident that happened today, and where a teacher lost her life, a student lost their life, and several individuals hurt. So it really makes you wonder. We're hearing more and more of these incidents happening, and as a parent, it's scary. It's really very scary, because now you're getting to the point where, like, schools is just, you have to say as a parent, it's not safe anymore.
Not safe.
No, because you send your children to school, and you don't know what, nothing is guaranteed in life, right? You don't know anything, but one of the places that you figure when you send your children to will be a safe place is school
and churches.
Right.
And we have had incidents in churches as well, too often. Wow. And not to mention schools. Wow. And and if you have children or grandchildren, or just a human being, that is a problem.
Yeah,
That is a problem. You know, when you send your kids off to school, you expect that they're going to come home.
you do.
Hmm.
You really do.
So you know, we pray for the family members, those parents. You know, tonight their life just turned upside down, right?
Yeah, and right before the holidays, it's,
Hmm.
you know,
I
pray for
mean,
the parents, the families who have lost their loved ones. Yeah,
yeah, there's never a good time to lose a loved one, but something, the holidays quite tough, right?
yeah.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so bad things are happening out there. Bad things are happening out there. And the question is why? Why are all these things going down?
And I think, it's like for me as a parent, right? Let me just speak on my little experience here. That's the $1 million question. It's what's happening in our schools? What's going on? Why these shootings keep happening over and over again in our schools? It's just, you know, we can blame it on certain things, but it's like, are we really getting to the root of the problem of what's really happening? Why these things are happening in our schools? Why are children feeling that they need to take out such aggression and anger on fellow students and teachers at their schools? Because when you think about it, it's all lives lost, right?
Mm.
If someone passed, that's that's a life that's lost in their family. And for the person who's doing the harm, that's another life that's lost in your family.
Because the person that did the shooting also died, right?
Yeah, when in this incident, yeah. And interestingly, I'm reading, the school is called Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, and it's a Christian school. And
Mm,
this was evidently a teenager, a girl, a young girl,
mm.
which is very concerning. It's really, I don't know, it's very concerning what's happening.
So, to my questions, are our schools safe?
And in my opinion, no.
Or not as safe as they should be, right?
No, no.
And see, welcome to the show, Lisa. She said that that incident was what, 45 minutes away from
Oh,
from
wow.
shooting us from our home. Yeah,
That's in her hometown.
in our hometown. Yeah. So
Wow.
sad situation, and our condolences for all involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
involved. Not the thing we want to walk into on a Monday, or any day for that matter. That's not the way to start the week, right?
No, not at all.
Not the way to start the week. But anyway, we are on in the spotlight, where conversations matters, right?
Yes.
Yep, yep. Unfiltered, raw, and all that good stuff. So, Donna, you know what is going on with the colloquium? We're only what, 62 days away or something like that.
Hmm.
64. Anyway, my numbers are off, but it's pretty close. You know, yeah, we're getting on to that
Hmm.
that February 22nd date. Are
Yes,
you are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm
Mhm.
excited. I can't wait for the evening. I know it's going to be lots of excitement, a lot of fun, a lot of networking. Uh, we have we have a pack agenda. We have
Mhm.
a pack agenda, and so many individuals that will be attending, and we're doing a little bit of different stuff this year, but just exciting. I'm looking forward to it's, of course, it's always a lot of work, right? But
Mhm.
I don't know. I like that. I enjoy it because once, you put it out there and you see the product and what happens is just like, and then you see the effect that it has, right? I think that's, for me, that's like the greatest part of it, is the effect that it have, and people are happy and they have a great time, then you know that your job was done. So
And I know you're keeping this a secret. I have no idea. When I walk in on Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, I don't know what I'm going to walk into because you're keeping it all a secret.
Mhm.
Be careful about secrets now. I might have one too.
Okay, no, don't have any secrets. No, you can't have any secrets, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Good evening, Carissa. Thanks for joining us. And again, thanks for joining us, Lisa. Appreciate you coming on. Yeah, so no secrets. But so Donna, we're honoring 14 individuals from all over the world, from different continents.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, from
And
different,
that's what's
different
so
continents.
exciting, right? That's part of the excitement,
Hmm.
is that, we're recognizing individuals who, they're doing the work even in their own countries. I mean, I
Well,
think that's exciting.
we're a global organization, right? So we can't say we're global if we're only honoring local people.
Right.
We can't say we're global if we're only focusing on building communities in our local area, right? So we got
Mhm.
to stretch our wings and just fly, let the purpose fly and take its rightful place. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening. So, what do we have to look forward to?
So, of course, that evening we have definitely entertainment, right? We have several different form of entertainment. We're gonna have someone singing for us. We're gonna have a saxophone. We're gonna have a guitar. We're gonna have, poem. It's just a multitude of entertainment that we're gonna have for one, right? And then, of course, we're going to have our honorees, our 14 honorees that will be honoring that evening. Of course, members of the various communities that's doing the humanitarian work, and we have individuals coming from Jamaica, California, Africa, and I hope I didn't miss anywhere as far
Atlanta.
as Atlanta, right? So, kind of a little bit different where each person is coming from, but nevertheless, right? So that within itself is exciting. That we're going to have those individuals come and share with us. So it's going to be an evening of networking and just, kind of getting to know other people and speaking with them, seeing where they are. And then to top it off, of course, we have the opportunity once again to offer scholarships to
Mm,
students. Of course, that's what it's all about, right? We got to take care of our kids.
hmm. And I want to say something about that. So,
Yeah, jump on it.
yeah, while we were at the Morale Booster Award ceremony, there's one Dr. Wells. She made a very significant donation to cover 5 scholarships.
Hmm.
Mm, just like that.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah. She made a donation. She zelled the money as I was sitting beside her. How big is that?
I'm telling you. So
Hmm?
we're gonna have. There you go. We're gonna have 5 lucky students receiving
Hmm.
scholarships that night. They just have
That's
to
it.
be present.
That is it. They must be present to receive the scholarship. Now, let's say we have a donor out there that their thing is to do scholarships, outside of the auditorium, right?
Hmm.
Let's say they want to do scholarships for students in Jamaica, and they're willing to donate the funds. We'll do that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So we will look for that. We'll look for that. So if you are in a position and you want to make a donation for scholarships, we look forward to that. We look forward to that. So yeah, feel free to do so.
Yeah, and I want to
Like
say something with that, Dr. Stevenson, is to tell anyone that if you're doing your donations for scholarships, just rest assured that's where your funds is going to go. It's
Mhm.
going to those students. I know that, sometimes you may have a lot of different organizations that do things and you may have like a big administrative cost and things of that nature. But or donations, if you're donating for scholarships, know that your money will be going towards those scholarships.
And there will be 5 lucky students in the auditorium. Five
Mhm.
lucky students. So students attend the event for free, and they will walk away with a cash bonus.
Mm.
Mm. I would show up for free if I know I can get a scholarship.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All day long, all day long. Now, let's talk about Daily Insights Unveiled. And I know you have something you want to touch on from the book.
Yes. So of course, February 22nd, we're going to have the launch of Daily Insights Unveil as well. And like I say every week, this book, it's such a powerful book. It's one of those things I say you should have in your possession at all times, because if you're having a rough time, throughout the day, or anything of that nature, you can pretty much turn anywhere in the book and you're going to get some kind of motivation or inspiration, something to get you through whatever you may be going through, even if you just need a little pick me up or something of that nature. That's the kind of book this is, right? So for me, it's very important for um you all to be there, so purchase your tickets so that you can get a copy of this book. I mean, of course, you can also pre-order your copy now. However, at the event, you will have a signed copy from Dr. Stevenson. So that's the plus, is that you'll get a signed copy and you get to network and meet people, right? And get to be entertained. So definitely get your tickets. It's only $60. Early bird special, $60. After the holiday, it's going up. However, so yeah, there's something in the book that kind of stood out, right? And it's in section 3 of the book, and it's I'm just going to touch a little bit, and it says let me go back here, and I think I lost my page. It's on masking. 1 second, let me pull my page back up because I want to read a little bit of it.
While you're looking it up, I posted the link for the book and the link for the event in the chat.
Okay. So yes, it's section 3, and it's unmasking the deceptive when righteousness is a facade. And it says here, it says, the subtitle is, these individuals betray their followers, trust and undermine the very essence of the faith they claim to represent. I find that to be very very interesting, because as I was reading further in this chapter here, let me find exactly where it is. Um, da-da-da-dum. And I know this is of course, Dr. Stevenson, your experience that you've had. And there was something in here that really caught my attention. And I was saying it earlier. Mhm. Okay, let's see. It was where it was actually telling us about really being pretentious, right? And being someone that we're not, basically, being someone that we're not. And it's really like living living a deceitful life, taking on a personality that is really not genuine to who you are. And it could be because of, having to fit into a specific group or friends or, anything of that nature. And I found that to be very, very insightful because it's almost like sometimes, you know, I think sometimes people are intentional, right? People can be intentional about some of that stuff, but then
Mm-hmm.
other times they may not even be aware that they are being deceitful.
Hmm.
So I found that it was very interesting reading that.
Yeah, let me add something to that. And section the painful cost of deception, right?
Mhm,
And there's such a thing as the pain of self-deception, and that really runs deep, right? And it leaves some serious scars that take years, sometimes a lifetime to heal. And you find that and sometimes you wonder why some of these killings in schools and places like that are taking place. You sort
mhm.
of have to think about it, right? You have to think about it. What kind of wounds these individuals are carrying that would make them do something like this, commit such an act, right?
Right.
So this piece here on the painful cost of deception says, at first glance, taking on a false identity may seem like a shortcut to success, acceptance, or love. After all, who wouldn't want all of those things, right?
Right.
But you must understand that every shortcut has its price, and the cost of deception is steep, right? So yeah, that's what it's about. When you're building relationships, and if you build relationships built on lies, they tend to be more fragile, right?
Yeah.
And they're destined to crumble under the weight of that dishonesty. And once shattered, it's all about trust, right? Once shattered, then having trust in the relationship is next. It's impossible,
It's
right?
it's virtually impossible to
Yeah.
regain.
So exactly. So perhaps the greatest cost of deception, right? Of deception is what it's doing to you personally and not to others. You believe you're deceiving other people, but you're really deceiving and messing yourself up. And I think that's the essence of this little section of this book, right?
Ultimately, yeah.
Mhm. And what the end result is: emptiness, shame, and despair.
hmm
Mm. For the person who's deceiving, right?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know what you're doing, right? And you have
Mhm.
to live with that, right? You have to live with yourself. So you're creating more harm and damage to yourself.
Yeah. So I guess my question then would be, and I'm asking, this is some general questions. How much of yourself are you willing to sacrifice for the sake of an illusion? Is the applause you receive for a false persona worth the loneliness of knowing that the real you remain unseen and unloved?
Mm.
Yeah. So, that's this section of the book. We talk about authenticity. And again, too often when we're living our lives, we believe we need to be perfect, right? We need to be perfect. And to be authentic is not about being perfect.
Uh-uh.
It's not. It's about living and being genuine to your own values and beliefs. And the reason why we're talking about this is you have this powerful anthology. So I'm going to play the video. and then we can talk. We want to talk through it. We want to go dissect it. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Caught in the web of what they said, lost in the expectations, living in hesitation. I walked in other shadows. Deep inside, a fire burned, a whisper turned to a roar. I am liberated from walking in other shadows. I walk in my authentic self.
All right, there we go with the authenticity piece. That I walk in my authentic self. But before we even talk about that, what inspired you?
Yeah, I think what it really inspired me is, I realized, honestly speaking, that majority of my life, I, I was living in really a lot of people's shadows, different people's shadows versus my own. And not that it was in the sense of it being something bad for me, like, something bad was happening. Uh, but I realized that the true person that I am and what I want to do and want to accomplish for my life and my true purpose, I was not living that because I was living for other individuals. I was always like trying to please this person, or, act a certain way because this person said, oh, you need to be this way, or you need to speak this way, you need to dress this way, you need to do this thing, you need to do this way, you need to do that. And so I was like a ping ball. You just kind of like all over the place because you don't even know who you are anymore, because, and these are people who, now mind me, it's not like they had bad intentions, right? There was no bad intentions. But when you start getting all this information from all these different places, then if you're not grounded in who you are, then it becomes confusing. And then you potentially you can lose yourself, right? And so I realized that, that a great part of my life, I live that. And because of that, I think I missed out on accomplishing a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish since I was a younger version of myself. Because at some point I was lost.
Hmm.
At some point I was lost. Until I realized, like, wait a minute, no, this is not my path. Like, scratch that. I have to really hone in on who I am, stand on my platform and say, this is me, and these are my values, and this is where I'm going, and this is my purpose in life and my trajectory in life. So, with that, I realized, I'm like, I wonder how many people have gone through this. I'm like, I can't be alone in this. I'm like, there's no way I can be alone in this life, experiencing what I've experienced. And so that's really where the idea came from, to be honest.
Hmm. Good night, Dr. McCook. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So this Shadows Within is not just another book, not just something you're inspired to do, but it's personal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Because
And
it's something that I lived.
I know it's personal, but I think it's also necessary. Because I know it hits a serious chord with me personally. Because I know I'm one, for most of my life, I've walked in some shadows. To this day, it's almost it's like it's a struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a struggle because sometimes these shadows are safe.
Right.
They function as safe havens.
Right.
Yeah, they function as safe havens. So we run back to them.
Mm-hmm.
We run back to them, right? But there's more to life.
Yeah, because like I said, the thing is, it's not, and I want to make that very clear, right? Is that not everything, not all experiences, they're not all bad. You know what I mean? They're not all bad. And that's the one thing, the word that you said, that's safe haven. right? That safe haven. Those are the ones that almost like keep you bondage
Mhm.
because it's safe. So you
Mm.
want to go back to it. You'll always be more inclined to go back to it. The ones that are really bad and really traumatic, a lot of times those are the ones that you're running from. But
Mm.
the safe haven ones is the ones where you feel safe, are the ones that you more inclined to continue to walk in, and before you know it, it's directing your life path, and you're not realizing it because it's a safe place.
Mm.
And not that it's bad, you just have to find your way so that you can really and truly just walk in your own shadow and build who you are.
Yeah. But how difficult is it to get out of these shadows?
It's very difficult because you do it's it you have to take action. You have to be aware. It requires a level of self-awareness and
Mm.
wanting to do better and wanting to change and wanting more for your life. So it's you have to be aware of where you were, where you are, where you want to go, and then figure out how you're going to get there. So it's not something where you're just going to get up one day and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this and it's easy." No, it's not. No, it's not. You have to be aware of who you are, why you're here, what you were created for, your purpose. And you have to be intentional. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy.
Mm.
Anything that's good doesn't come, it's not going to come easy. It's work. It's going to be work because there's things that you're going to, it's like breaking chains. There might be relationships that don't work anymore that you may have to let go of. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be, a number of different things that it's no longer serving you the purpose that you're called for.
Oh, so it is a process. It's not a overnight thing, because it is possible, right, to
Mhm.
jump out of this set of shadows into another if you're not careful.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then we.
Breaking shades with it. From the shadows to the light. A new life begins, shining so bright. Society tries to mold you into someone you couldn't be. Fighting through the dark.
Yeah, let's talk about trying to mold you into society, tries to mold you into something that's not you. Have you had that experience?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember as a child growing up, I loved the arts. I used to, draw a lot and all that stuff. So I love the arts. And as a child, it was not something that was encouraged. It was more, what are you going to do with that? You're wasting your time.
Mm.
That's not education. That's not school. You can't get a job doing that. And so I was very much discouraged. And once again, I don't want to say like it was a bad thing or whatever. Sometimes your parents, they do, and they perform with what they have, right? You just got to work with what you have.
Mhm.
um and so because of that, I ended up going to college, of course, doing business, doing all these different things, and just ended up really not finding my place
Mm.
because it was really not what I wanted to do. It was not my desire. It was not really what I was good at. It wasn't my gift. But of course you have to have a job and you have to listen to your parents, right? So you got to go to college, you got to do XYZ. So I was very much discouraged from really pursuing the arts because it was deemed that there was no money in it. You wouldn't be able to make a living, and not just not make a living, but also, once again, probably like status. What am I going to say? My child is an artist. It's like saying you're a bum. Right?
Mhm.
You're walking on the beach or something. You're not successful. You have no ambition, right? So yeah, so that was something that, yeah, it was not encouraged. And definitely, I think it just propelled me into just different places, different experiences that were really not they were not fulfilling, to be honest with you.
It's interesting how you're a bum until you're rich. You know, until you're this artist, right? That's
Mhm.
doing all this powerful stuff. All before that, you're a bum, right? And
Right.
you see it so many times. You see
The,
it so many times.
the
You know,
starving artist.
yeah. And then you made it, and then you're everything to everyone.
Hmm.
But before that, yeah, interesting. Let's play another clip here.
Darkness to find the real me, no longer bound by others' rules. Let your spirit soar. With every step you take, you are stronger than before.
So let me ask you, how important? We know money is important, right? We know money is important, right?
Right.
We're living in a world, in a society, in a culture where nothing is free, right?
Hmm.
You got to pay for everything. You got to pay to live. You got to pay for your security. You got to pay for your food. But how do you balance that against that thing, the job you have now that is producing that income versus the ideals of doing what you truly love? How do you balance that?
For me, I find now, you know, I no longer draw, right?
Hmm.
But my creativity comes out in other areas. So whether it's preparing for an event and decorating and putting colors together and things like that, right? So my creativity comes out in that area. So for me now, even though I have my job where I have to pay my bills, right?
Hmm.
But my gift of being creative and in the arts, I get to explore that when there's events and things of that nature where I can take part. And, even if it's volunteering at, church events or anything of that nature, then I can get to volunteer and do that stuff. So that's how I have the balance. And that's where, my peace comes in and I feel really refreshed and happy and excited. So it's almost like, for me now, it's almost like my extracurricular activity, I guess you would say, right? Some people have sports, I guess, that they do. So for me, that would be where my balance comes in.
And of course, the ideal situation is whatever you're good at, whatever you love to do, whatever serve society, and you can make a living doing it, is where that sweet spot is.
Hmm.
Ideally, that's it, right?
That's it.
But not too many individuals are living in that place. And
Mm.
so one of the program or workshop that we offer at A Collision with Purpose is just that, what I just discussed. And it's called the Venn diagram for purpose. And we will be making the announcement about that. We will be offering that 1.5 hour class. It will be available. There'll be a cost for it because
Mhm.
because you gotta add, whatever you do, you gotta, capture value from the value that you're creating. So we'll be offering that class. We can do it on a one-on-one basis or in a group setting. If you have an organization and you want us to make that presentation, that and teach them how to find their purpose and what they're best at, and how they can use what they're best at and make a living and serve others and serve the company that they work for. So that's a big deal. We'll be going live with that program in next year,
Yep,
early next year, next year,
2025.
2025. Right? So the program is available now, but it will officially become available. Right? In fact, I'm going to post the link to Unearthing You, which is it's all in this book. And this is a book I really encourage anyone to get a copy of. This is a book that does exactly what it says, and it will unearth you. It will help you to discover who you really are, and with alignment and intentionality and all those good trigger words, you cannot achieve whatever it is you set out to achieve and enjoy it. You can make money. You can make money. But if for your life it's more than making money, then you need to get that sense of, I'm walking in my shadows. So there's a connection. There's a connection between the Venn diagram for purpose and shadows within. It's all connected. Everything we do here at A Collision with Purpose, there is connectivity. All right.
Yep.
So let's take a quick break. Yeah, I did post the link on Unearthing You. That's a book I really recommend you get. It's also available on Amazon, or you can purchase it from our website. It's highly recommended that you get that book. So let's take a quick break and come back now.
I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I wake up in the morning and I praise the Lord. I thank Him for His protection, and I walk in His steps, declaring that today's provision is set up for me. I love God and I love my friends. Yeah, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I put on my armor and I write His word, blessing come out of my mouth. Cause I know to whom I belong. I am bold for Christ, Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Loving others as He told me to pray for healing, miracles to see, knowing my identity in Christ, He is in me. I am a bold kid, He loves me, standing firm on His word, proclaiming everything I heard, not afraid because He is with me. Be bold. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Put on my armor and I let His word blessing come out of my mouth, because I know to whom I belong. I am bold for Christ, Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid.
All right, welcome back to In the Spotlight, conversations that matter, and it's all unfiltered and raw. Leave nothing on the table. Today we're having a conversation. We're talking, we started out with the incident, the school shooting, and we asked the question, are our schools safe? And that led from one thing to another. We start talking about unmasking, deception and all the type of stuff, because we believe there's a connectivity between how things are operating in society and how people are seeing themselves. We believe there's a real connection to that. So, yeah, and that's why knowing who you are, being able to unearth your true self is so important. So important. And again, that's what we do here at A Collision with Purpose. But Donna, did I say congratulations to you?
I think you did, yes.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it again because I don't remember. I don't remember saying congratulations. This was a big weekend. Weekend. What did you receive this weekend? Huh?
Oh my gosh. So it was a big weekend for both of us. We had a very big weekend. I'll let you tell your part. but I received a certificate for inspirational leader of the year. Maybe I need to grab it and look exactly what
Yeah,
it's
the
from.
inspiration. You're an inspirational leader of the year award.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And what is that saying? And it's because of the work you're doing, and you didn't set out to receive any award. Let me put that out there. Let me be very clear with that. Hello,
Especially that. I'm like, who, me?
hello, Dr. Lexi. Thanks for joining us. No, you did not set out to receive any award. That was the last thing on your mind, because it's always about the work. But I guess there are people out there watching, noticing what you're doing, and they believe that it's important to recognize people who are doing. They call them the unsung heroes, people who
Mhm.
are doing work, and that's what you're doing. So big weekend. Yeah, and I did receive the Inspirational Leader of the Year award, and also the President's Lifetime Achievement. What? Let me take a look at it because I get, yeah, the
Let's
President's
see.
Lifetime Achievement Award. Yeah, for a lifetime of service. Mhm.
Awesome.
So
Congratulations.
thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And again, no expectations. It happened, right? It happened. It happened. And there's, often, we thank you, Lisa. Often we don't know how to receive these gifts, right?
It feels weird.
It does feel weird to receive them, and I don't know why. That's something we need to figure out. Why is it so difficult to receive these gifts?
I don't know. Yeah, probably need to do some real digging with that. For me, I think because what I do, it's a part of me. It's innate to help others, to want to help. That I don't really I don't see it as a big deal. I see it as something that I really am supposed to do as a human being. It's just to help my fellow mankind, in whatever way that I can. Whether it's sharing knowledge or resources,
Hmm.
ideas, even whatever it is that I can share. If I come across someone who needs something and I can share it, I just feel that that's what you're supposed to do. So I think when so receiving, yeah, when receiving these, I mean, I'm humble and I'm grateful for it, and I'm blessed, that others is actually, they're looking and they're paying attention. But I just feel that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take care of each other and uplift each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of my mentor from the past used to always tell me that I have two major responsibility. First one is to recognize opportunities. The second one is to share these opportunities.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's my commitment right there. Recognize when this is a real opportunity. And once I am able to make that determination based on what I know
Hmm.
about life, then my next responsibility is to share the opportunity. Yeah, with friends, people I don't know, whatever.
Right.
Just share the opportunity. And I try to live my life that way. That's something I've always tried to do. So I'm encouraging, if anyone who's listening to us tonight, if an opportunity show up on your plate, assess it carefully to make sure it is an opportunity that is worthy of you in the first place.
Hmm.
And if it is, don't hold on to it. Share it. Share with your friends. Share with anyone who wants to listen to you. Share it. But that is how you build and grow communities.
Absolutely.
You don't build communities by acting like a lake. That lake mindset, lake mentality. You build communities by taking on that river state, that river mindset. You're flowing. You're depositing stuff along the way. And that is the idea. That is the idea. You share, you share, you share, you share, you share. Yeah. So, that's what, again, and I'm going to bring it back to this organization and the reason why we have this platform. We have this platform because it's a place where you come and share your stories, so your stories can get out there and enrich others. That's and why we have the collision with purpose. It's the same mindset. Same mindset. Share. Yeah, absolutely. Your take on that, Dr. Donna?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. It's you have to share. You are supposed to share and help to uplift the next person. Because we have to recognize and realize that not everyone may have the same opportunities that you have. They may not be in the same spaces to have those opportunities that you may have, but it doesn't mean that they're not worthy of it, right? It doesn't mean that they're not worthy of it. So why hold on to it when you can share with others to uplift them?
But I'll tell you why some people hold on. Because people hold on because their vision is so small. They don't see that this is much greater, and the outcomes, the results are so much greater, right? They believe that they only see this little piece, and they believe if they share it, it's going to take away from them.
It's going to take away from their shine, their glory,
from whatever is that little thinking that they have,
right?
Because they don't have a broad enough, deep enough vision, right?
Right.
But if your vision is so huge, right? Yeah. If your vision is so huge, then you don't worry about losing anything. In fact, a true leader, a true mentor, you know you're impactful and you're effective when the person you're mentoring or leading or training or coaching becomes better than you. That's when you know you're good at your work. Yeah. When you train others and they replace you. They're better than you. They become better than you. So there are some people who are afraid. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of that. So again, a collision with purpose, we are not about holding on to anything. We're not in that business. We're in the business of helping every individual we come into contact with experience what their purpose is or what they believe it is. And for those who don't have a clue, it is our objective or goal to help them find it and discover it, and then to show them how to live on their purpose, in their purpose. That is what this thing is all about. And that's why we don't call it, that's why we call it a movement now. Yeah, it's a movement, right? And another reason why everyone should rush down the gate at Shiloh High School on February 22nd. On February 22nd, because of what we'll be offering. We'll be offering. Now, we do have tickets. The tickets are on sale. Get out there, get your tickets. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Right? It's $60. You'll also get a copy of the book, Daily Insights, Unveiled. Your purpose. And it's all about you. It's not about us. It's all about you. We are pursuing our purpose. This is our purpose. We're living in our purpose. We're walking in it. Now, the opportunity that is offered is for you to find your purpose, live in it, and sustain it, not just for tomorrow, but for the rest of your life. That's what it's all about. This is how serious this business is. Purpose is a serious business, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, so yeah, I'll turn it to you, Donna.
So, it's it's interesting that you're talking about, because it brings me to, and I'm quite sure you can touch on it, right? We were speaking about this earlier, reciprocity.
Mm.
How we're living, how we're sharing.
Mm. See, there's got to be equity in this world, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Equity. I was having a conversation with someone today. I won't call the name. I was having a conversation, and what he said to me is it's important to define individuals in your life who are, some are receivers and some are givers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some receive, some are givers. That's not the real healthy. There's no equity there.
Mm.
If a person is always giving, not receiving, there's no equity there. If a person is only receiving but not giving, there's no equity. So that's why this word reciprocity is so important.
Mm-hmm.
We have to reciprocate. When we receive, even if you don't give back to the person that you receive from, you, what do they call it? You pay forward.
Pay forward, give to
Mhm.
someone.
Yeah. So that is our word for today, reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
Big, big, big word. Very important word in the pursuit of purpose. Huge word. It's real.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm challenging anyone out there looking or listening or watching us. Take a good look at yourself. Is there equity in your life? Ask yourself, is there equity in your life? Do you find that you're always the one giving and not receiving? Do you find that you're the one who's receiving but not giving? If you find yourself living in that schema, right? Now, I don't need to tell you what you need to do. You need to fix it. Just like that, you need to fix it. Because that is not a healthy place to live. It's not healthy to be only receiving.
Right.
It's not.
Uh-uh.
And it's not healthy to be only giving. It's not. There's got to be it's a balance. There's a balance. You have to live in a state of equilibrium.
Right.
Yeah. Hence equity, right? You have to live in a place of equilibrium, where if not, you will not be that happy soul. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. If you're walking your journey, right? This journey, this thing they call life, right? Your journey. And you're always giving, or you're always taking. There's another word for receiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're always taking. You will never find that sweet spot. And again, I talked earlier about the Venn diagram for purpose. We will be offering the class in a workshop setting. If you have a workforce of 12, 13, 14, 15, or are you just an individual and you want to sign up for the class, we'll be making the class available. in January, February.
Mhm.
In January, February. The class is available now. It's available now. However, we will go live with the class. Okay. Pass it back to you, Donna.
Yes. So with that, I want to read something as to why this is important, why it matters, right?
Mhm.
And what it says here is that reciprocity fosters trust,
Mhm.
right? It builds trust and strengthens bonds by showing mutual care and respect.
Mm.
It creates a positive cycle, which encourages more acts of kindness and cooperation, creating a ripple effect in communities and organizations.
Yes.
So, as we can see, just like what you're saying, you've got to have the balance. It's important to have that balance.
Absolutely. And let's take it away from individuals and bring reciprocity to concepts, right? If you only love, if you're only doing what you love, but not what serve others, there's no reciprocity there. If you're doing what serve others, but cannot sustain your life, there's no reciprocity there.
Mhm.
If you're doing what you love, but you're not good at it, there's no reciprocity. So it's across the board. It,
Mhm.
it applies to concepts as it applies to individuals. That's how powerful that word is, and that's why we chose that as our word of the day. And each week we have our show, we will have a word of the day, and we'll break it down as we're doing this one right now.
Right.
Okay. So today it's about reciprocity. It builds relationships. It fosters trust, and without trust, relationship is what?
It's
Shattered.
it's deep.
So, yeah, it is real. It is real.
Mhm.
And as you say, we're not leaving anything on the table. We are speaking our minds. We, as the hosts of this program, we're not just going to have guests on telling us their stories. We're also going to tell you, share us, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. So some of our programs we will have guests on. Some will just be us talking about life, because that's what it's all about. The Collision with Purpose is about life. Yeah,
Mhm.
this movement is about life. It's about building communities through empowering lives. And that's what you're hearing tonight. You heard that last week when we talked. I'm not sure. Maybe Dr. Lexi, can you give us a word for next Monday? Can you suggest a word we should touch on? Can you suggest a word for us that we can touch on? Maybe that's Dr. Lexi will give us a word, or Lisa will give us a word, or anyone watching. You can give us a word, and we promise that is the word we'll focus on. We'll focus on. Yeah. So again, reciprocity builds relationships, and it fosters trust. And without trust, it's shaky. It is
It's
shaky.
a very important word, you know. 'Cause I
Anything else you
know
want to
a lot
say
of
about
people
it?
when you say when you hear the word reciprocity, like, you know, it most people that's familiar with the word, right? You would think of it in terms of business.
Mhm.
You know, they think of it in terms of business, doing business in one state and another state, you know, that cohesive relationship. But you never really think of it like it could really apply to your personal everyday life, right? So it's
Yeah,
very, yeah, very, very powerful, and we all should be aware of it.
yeah, because the reciprocity requires more than one thing, right? So it's relationships, right?
Hmm.
It's relationships. So yeah, that's what it is. And it's not just with people; it's with concepts.
Right.
As I just explained with using the Venn diagram as an example, and how those, and that's something, when we break that down, it's going to be so enlightening and it's going to make such a huge difference. So I'm encouraging you, if you want to know more of the program, reach out to us. If you want to know more about the workshop, reach out to us. You will not regret taking this workshop. I promise you.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the meantime, get the book, Unearthing You, Your Guide to Self-Discovery and Personal Growth. It's a mandatory read.
And get your tickets for February 22nd. Shiloh High School.
Did Dr. Alexa give us a word?
No, she said sure. So I think the word is coming. She's probably
Oh, she's working on it. Okay, I was waiting for the word. Before we wrap up the show, I'm waiting for the word because
she's working on it.
she's working on it. I know she's gonna come up with something too. Yeah.
Intention. That's our word.
I could talk about that right now, but we'll save it for next Monday. I could talk about intentions.
Thank you, Dr. Lexi.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Lexi. Maybe you can join us and come talk about it with us. You're welcome to come on at any point you can and talk about it. You're welcome. Yeah. But that is a word that. Oh, she said she didn't know we wanted in the comments. Yeah. Thank you. Because I know you walk around with that word. Carry that word with you in real life.
That's a powerful word right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Donna, that's what's up for tonight. You know, there's one more thing I want to touch on tonight, and this thing here, scholarships. You know, tuition-free scholarships. Main Seed University is offering free tuition for a Bachelor's of Arts degree in ministry, and that's it. Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're offering the scholarships in the doctoral program and the graduate programs, but what I know for sure, in the 2 bachelor's programs that they're offering that. So it's not too late. You know, go on their website and apply.
And if you're watching and you know anyone that would like to, you know, continue their education, definitely, like we said, share.
Yeah. You know, we have to get out of this habit of keeping information, good information, for ourselves. We need to stop hoarding information.
Yes, anyone can apply. Elisa.
Yeah. Anyone can apply. Apply, and let's see what happens. Right? Yeah. The school is committed to education. So why not capitalize on it? Yeah. I know that if I didn't have my bachelor's degree, I certainly would be all over it. And it's online. You're pretty much doing it at your convenience, as long as you complete the coursework in a timely manner. Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Yeah, and for the bachelor's program, if I'm not mistaken, you're just responsible for the application fee and maybe the material, the books, probably. Right. If I'm not mistaken, and the application fee, it's not too expensive at all.
No, not too expensive. Donna, before we go, is there anything else you want to add?
You know, I just want to tell everyone to, you know, go and purchase your tickets. Like, go and purchase your tickets today. Now, you definitely do not want this event to be sold out and you don't have a seat in that theater comes February 22nd. So, you know, definitely, you know, invest in yourself, right? I like to tell people, it may seem like some things may seem like it's a lot, a lot financially, but what you gain is investing in yourself and building yourself up, right? And if you don't invest in yourself, who else is going to do it? So it's for your good and for your growth.
Mm. Mm. You want to say that again?
Yeah, it's for your good and for your growth.
And for your growth. And I want to say something about caution, the cost of caution. And this is coming straight from Daily Insights Unveiled, your Odyssey to Find Purpose. Consider for a moment the cost of living a life dictated by fear and caution. The weight of what could have been can be a heavy burden. It saps joy and stifles potential, leaving you feeling trapped, unfulfilled, and regretful. Now, my question to you is, have you ever felt this weight, this sense of unfulfilled potential? Now, here's the truth, right? That I myself have learned. Failure is not the opposite of success. Let me repeat that. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of the journey towards success.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is. I'm going to leave it at that for anyone listening to think about. Failure is what? It's not the opposite of success.
It's the path to success.
Exactly. It's the path to success. So I want to leave it at that. And again, that's from the book Daily Insights Unveiled, Your Odyssey to Find Purpose. I posted the link. Pre-order it. It's a powerful piece of work. It's life-changing. It really is. It's life-changing. So get it. That's all I have to say. So that's all I have. Donna, you want to take us on?
Sure. So I definitely would like to thank you all for joining us this Monday evening. We are very grateful for you spending your Monday with us. We do not take your time for granted at all. And go out and get your tickets, right? Go out and get your tickets. However, I definitely would like to say we want you to have a great week. Be intentional about the things that you're doing. We're going to talk about that next week. I'm asking anyone who have joined us and on the replay, let's keep the families in prayers that have lost loved ones in that tragic event that happened today with another school shooting in Wisconsin. So keep those families in your prayers. And with that, you all be safe. It's the holidays. Be vigilant with your surroundings. Be mindful. Be safe. Enjoy your families. Love on your families. And I'm going to ask you all to go out and do one act of kindness to someone that you do not know. Pick a stranger and do something kind. And that is all I have for you this Monday evening.
That is it.
Dr. Laxley leading the way. Dr. Laxley, all gonna tales to tell, unearthing secrets where the truth dwells. Daily insights with Dr. Stephenson's case. Navigating the depths of wisdom's maze. Knowledge unfolds in its embrace. We stay with Dr. Laxley leading the way. Through the annals of time, we walk and learn. Each fact a treasure at every turn.